Luqman tells his son in the final ayah of advice that Allah recorded in Surah Luqman, he said, "Waqsid fi mashyik." I love this phrase. Simple translation says, be balanced in your walk. That's what the phrase means. It seems like simple enough. What's the big deal? What's the depth inside be balanced in your walk? There's a few things. Scholars would describe the qasd is as not too fast and not too slow. So the first meaning is don't walk too fast and don't walk too slow. Have a medium pace when you walk. So it's physically describing the way a person should walk. So now, when someone's walking too fast, or literally when they're running, they can stumble, right? And when a person's walking too slow, that means they have no sense of urgency. They have nowhere to go, and they're just kind of chilling and taking strolling steps. Have purposefulness and have a balance in your walk. Now, the word qasd also means purpose. So qasada in Arabic is the same as i'tamada, or amma even, which in Arabic means to have the intention. In other words, every time you walk, you need to be clear. What does it mean walk? It doesn't mean get up from the couch and go to the fridge. That's not what we're talking about. Every time you go somewhere, every time you take an action, every time you get up to do something serious, every time you get in the car, every time you leave your home, every time you take up a project, every time you decide to spend some hours doing something, have clear purpose. Have purpose over everything that you do. What is it that you're going for? Is there a clear agenda in your mind? That's actually qasd. It's really interesting contrast from the previous ayah where a person is all over the place. Right? They're just all over the place. وَلَا تَمْشِي فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا. That's a direct contrast from that. Don't walk around on the earth aimlessly, with pride. Just going from one activity to another with no clarity of what you're doing with your day. A day, you know what happens? You will have a person spend a certain kind of day, right? They're watching, they're glued on their phone, or they go to eat something, then they take a nap, and then they go, one lame activity to another, for example, right? With some necessities in between. And they're like, I really want to travel somewhere. I really want to go hang out with my friends. Okay, then they go with their friends, and they do exactly the same things they were doing on their own, but now together. And then they say, I want to travel to a different city. And they go to a different city and they're still on their phone. And they're 24 hours. It's like different background, but the same play. It's the same thing over and over. There was no change. It's like you're stuck in place. You traveled but didn't travel at all. You moved but didn't move at all. So sometimes you're walking but you're still in place is what, in a very beautiful poetic sense is being said. When you walk, that means that you covered a distance, which means you're not where you used to be. So when you have a purpose in your walk, then if my purpose is to get all the way to that side, and the more I walk, the more I can tell I've made progress from where I was. Be purposeful means you should be able to tell that you're making progress and you're not repeating the same behaviors over and over again. There's actually some progress. And you can gauge that for yourself.